Oh, hey, there you are. I've been expecting you. I was just troubleshooting my network over here. Remember, always check the physical first. Anyway, my name is Michael Shannon, and on behalf of CBT Nuggets, I want to thank you for taking the time to find out more about me as a trainer and also find out more about the company CBT Nuggets Incorporated. Well, I began my whole computer experience back in about 1979. I was in college at the University of Houston, and you'll hear some of the other guys talk about their experience going way back to the TRS-80. That's nothing. I go way back to the IBM mainframes with punch cards. So yeah, I'm that old. I remember when the Dead Sea was just sick. Okay, that's how old I am. Anyway, I remember my final exam. It was my Fortran class, and I was in the computer lab. And you know, we have the mainframes and the big glass window, and you've got your input terminals. And I had all my IBM punch cards, my whole final exam, all stacked up there on the desk. And I'm working away. And I think one of the basketball players walked through, and I'm like, "Hey!" And I knocked my cards all over the floor, totally out of order, ruined my final exam. And I think just despite the computer science department, I said, you know what? I'm going to get a degree in English. That'll show them. So anyway, I got my BA in English. And in graduate school, like many of you, you come to kind of a crossroads in your life. When I came to a crossroads in graduate school, and I had a decision to make. It was either go to law school or go try to become a rock star. You see, I was a musician my whole life, and I had a chance to go and be in a band and do the whole rock star thing. And so being the young, wise, ahead of my time, knowledgeable man that I was, I decided to go ahead and be a rock star. So I spent the whole 80s in the music business. And so I've kind of come into the computer industry kind of through a side window, so to speak. My first experience with computers and servers and technology really after college was dealing with Akai digital recording, some of the earlier Akai systems, automated mixing, automated recording, that kind of software in the music business. So that's where my first experience came. Well, after several years in this particular music business as a producer and recording artist and things like that, I finally was playing a show one day. I think it was maybe at some huge bar, and this guy in a suit walks up to me, and he kind of, you know, was like, I think he'd been drinking a little bit, I don't know, but he looked pretty sharp, and I was thinking, you know, this guy, maybe he's going to offer me a record deal or something. So he walks up, you know, on a break, and he's like, come here, come here. So I lean down, and he goes, let me give you a piece of advice here. One piece of advice, trust me on this. You're really good, okay? Don't get me wrong, but get a real job. Whew. I mean, I was like a kick in the gut. I was like, you know, well, maybe this guy's, but you know what? I listened to him, and I got a real job, and I've never looked back. And the choice that I made was to go into the computer business. And for some of you out there, you're looking at making a career change. And let me tell you something, if that's where you're at right now, you're thinking about the computer business as your possible future, don't think twice. It's a great industry to be in. Now, as soon as I started getting into computers, I started to realize that as I learned new information, immediately I wanted to share that information with other people. I wanted to teach them. I come from a long line of teachers. My great-grandmother was a teacher for 50 years, my grandmother for 35 years, aunts, uncles. So I've kind of got it in my blood, in my genes, so to speak, or my khakis. Now, CBT Nuggets is a company that I just started working with about a year ago. And I've worked for lots of companies, huge Fortune 500 companies. I've traveled all over the country doing large seminars. I've trained 3 people to 300 to over 1,000. I've trained over in the UK. Let me tell you something, without a doubt, this is the absolute best company I've ever worked for, bar none. I mean, my personal hope is that years from now, I'll be having to redo this particular bio because I've just aged so much. I've just got to change it like a driver's license. That's the way I feel about CBT Nuggets. You've made a great choice in coming here for your computer training. Now, think about this. In what other industry can you, basically within 60 days or 90 days, change your direction and refocus your career based on the trends of the industry, based on new technologies? I mean, you can decide, you know what, I'm going to refocus on security or application development or new operating systems or productivity tools like Office 2003. You can make those kind of choices. You have that kind of flexibility. And so despite the ups and downs of the economy and the IT industry, I've had personally no problems over the last few years always finding something to do to be productive and to make a good living at computers. And I believe you can do the same thing. And if you think about it, CBT Nuggets has that focus. We offer a wide variety of products on a wide variety of topics and technologies, so we can help you meet the needs that you have. One thing I want to tell you is this. When you go and you purchase a CBT Nuggets product, I want to really encourage you not to just watch the video. I want you to think about really drinking it up, okay? Study it, outline it, take notes on it. The information that I give you and other trainers give you, take that information and really apply it to real world situations, to your software, to your hardware, really apply it, because we're going to give you a lot of great real-world information. And these other trainers that are here at CBT Nuggets, a couple of these guys I used to work with back in the day at companies like Platinum Technology. And these are some of the best trainers on the planet, okay? So they've got great information for you, not just how to help you get certified. We've all got a bunch of certifications, that's a great thing, but also solid, real-world application information, so use it. So whether you're advancing your career, maybe you're trying to change careers, maybe you're trying to get a real job because some guy in a suit with 3 drinks under his belt walked up and said, hey, get a real job. And you know what? Something about it was a ring of truth. If you're in that situation, you come to the right place. CBT Nuggets is a fantastic solution to help you regardless of what position you're in the industry, either advance your career, learn more technology, or if you're changing careers, you're in the right place. So I want to thank you. Again, my name is Michael Shannon. You're going to see me on some of the Nuggets out there. I do Exchange 2000, a lot of the Cisco training. You'll see me out there, and I just want to congratulate you on the choice for coming to CBT Nuggets for your training. Once again, have a great day, and we'll see you on one of those movies, okay? Take care.